Come on! Come on! 4 titles. Napoli have just won their 4th Scudetto. Oh my gosh, what a game. What incredible goals from McTominay, the best player in the Serie A in the 2025 season. An incredible goal from Lukaku. It was such a perfect night, and Napoli have now won their 4th Serie A title, their 4th Scudetto in the club's history. Honestly, I think this was a very special win. Obviously, when we won the Scudetto 2 seasons ago, it was absolutely incredible because it was the first Scudetto that Napoli have won in 30 years since when Maradona used to play for the club in the 80s and early 90s. But this season, it was a tough season. There was so many times where Inter were ahead on the table. There was so many problems going on with the club. We did struggle with a decent amount of injuries, but we still prevailed. We still ended up winning the Serie A title for the 4th time in our history. When all the other leagues have already been finished, we saw Liverpool win the Premier League, Bayern Munich win the Bundesliga, Barcelona win the La Liga, PSG obviously won the Liga. The Serie A went down to the final match day. Napoli were only up by 1 point. It was 79-78. And whoever got the better result in this last fixture would end up winning the Scudetto. And obviously, both teams did end up winning. Inter ended up beating Como 2-0, but Napoli ended up beating Cagliari 2-0 as well to win the Serie A 1 point ahead of Inter Milan. Honestly, it was an incredible match. Obviously, Cagliari are not the best team in the Serie A. Currently, they sit around 15th place. And in this game, they never really looked like they were trying to attack. They never really looked like they were trying to score goals. It almost looked like at some points that Cagliari were just trying to defend Napoli from winning the title. They were just defending for their lives. It was almost like they wanted Inter to win the title, which would have made me so mad. But in the 42nd minute, Scott McTominay, Napoli's player of the season, the Serie A MVP of the season, ended up scoring a ridiculous goal. It was a beautiful cross by Politano, and he was being defended very hard. It was almost like a bicycle kick. It was like a scissor kick in midair. Incredible goal. Honestly, it completely sums up McTominay's season. He had an incredible season. He has really helped Napoli in the last few months, scoring late goals, scoring the only goals in the match. And without him, I don't think Napoli would have won the Serie A, but this goal was absolutely incredible. And finally, to finish things off, 6 minutes into the start of the second half, Lukaku scored an incredible solo goal where he picked up the ball in the middle of the pitch and he was running all the way into the box. He had Yerry Mina on him. He had other defenders on him, shrugging them off. He nutmegged Mina and he ended up slotting it into the bottom right corner. Incredible goal by both McTominay and Lukaku, both ex-United players, which obviously we did see United lose a final just a few days ago. But with Napoli, they are balling out. Incredible games, incredible seasons from both of these players, and I could not be more happy. Obviously, this game was in Napoli's hands as they were up by 1 point in the table ahead of Inter, but it took them 42 minutes to score the first goal, while Inter Milan ended up scoring pretty early against Como. And also, Como's goalkeeper, Pepe Reina, ended up getting a red card, which made things even worse for Como. Now, watching both games at the same time, it was scary because before Napoli scored, with Inter being up 1-0, Como having a red card, it looked like Inter were 100% going to win the game. So it all depended on Napoli's result. Napoli had to win this game if they wanted to win the Scudetto. And obviously, they ended up playing incredibly. They had 66% possession. They could have scored 3, 4, maybe even 5 goals. But Cagliari did defend very well. The goalkeeper ended up making a few incredible saves, but there's no way he was stopping that McTominay bicycle kick. It was absolutely incredible. And like I already said, to finish it off with Lukaku, just an incredible game, an incredible night for Napoli fans. Honestly, Italy won. Italy won today because you don't want to see Inter to win another title. They've already won like 20 titles. They don't need another one. Napoli deserved this because in a season where there was a lot of problems and there was never really the best communication between the manager and the owner. There was always a little bit of back and forth between the two because Conte wanted more money, he wanted to sign more players, but obviously the owner De Laurentiis wasn't really having any of it. But even with a lot of average players that Napoli has. And I'm going to say that as a Napoli fan. They do have a lot of average players. They don't have many world-class players. Where if you look at a team like Inter Milan, they have Lautaro Martinez, Barella, Bastoni, Di Marco, all world-class players, and also a lot of veterans as well, like Acerbi, like Calhanoglu, like Mkhitaryan. When a team like Napoli, they don't really have many world-class players. They do have a few veterans like Lukaku, but really, other than that, they don't have any top tier players. I will say that Buongiorno is probably one of the best defenders in the Serie A and probably worldwide as well, but he wasn't even playing in this game. So they didn't really have any world-class players. But Conte has tactics where it doesn't look pretty. Some games may be boring, but they end up getting the win. And that is exactly what happened today with two incredible goals from McTominay and Lukaku. Honestly, I would have been heartbroken if Inter Milan ended up winning this Serie A title because Napoli were in front for the last few match days as well, but they ended up drawing against Genoa, they ended up drawing against Parma, and if they didn't come away with the result, I would have been so furious. Inter already have the Champions League final that they have to worry about. Just leave the Serie A alone. But they didn't even have a chance to get close because Napoli ended up sealing off the deal with 2 goals against Cagliari. And now Napoli have won the Scudetto for the 4th time in the club's history. I hope that with the Scudetto win and with the money that they get from winning the Serie A, De Laurentiis will allow Conte some freedom to buy some more players, spend some more money. I heard online that Conte wants 200 million this summer, or else he's not going to be the manager of Napoli next season. So in my opinion, I hope that De Laurentiis gives Conte the money. I hope he allows him to do what he wants, to work his incredible magic when it comes to his managerial ways. And I hope that next season we will still have Conte and maybe a better team than we do this season. And possibly you could see us do something in the Champions League. I'm just going to leave it there. You could see Napoli do something in the Champions League next season if they get the money and the requirements that Conte needs. But that is the end of this video. Just a quick little video expressing my joy and how incredibly happy I am that Napoli have won the 4th Scudetto in the club's history. Obviously, if you did enjoy this video and you thought that the last match day of the Serie A was absolute entertainment, remember to leave a like on this video. And if you're excited for my Conference League and Champions League predictions that will be releasing pretty soon, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and stay tuned for more videos.